I hate to disrupt your serene moment, but it is time for me to introduce to you this video. Part 2 of my summer recap vlog series starts as per usual with a workout. Now, I know you'll likely clicked on this video intrigued by the title, thumbnail and opening clip, but you'll have to wait a little while before I show you all how I survived that tremendous fall. And believe me, you'll want to stick around because it is not what you expect. Anyways, my dudes, back to the point now. Once we'd gotten ready, Mother Goose, Father Zoom and myself began our trek further up the mountain. A funky cable car then took us to altitudes so high that the air actually had some proper flavour. Breathing is hard nowadays, folks, what with the growing number of Karens coughing down your neck in the baked beans aisle whilst refusing to wear a mask, and of course the obscene amount of pollution we're all exposed to in our day-to-day lives. Hence why this little dose of oxygen was just what we needed. Oxygen, O2, air, breathing, air up? Have you dudes heard of air up? Bestie, it's terrifying! Hang on, don't skip this part of the video. I promise it's not an ad. I just have a bit of a bone to pick with that company.
Bestie, I can't cope.
Father Zoom! Father Zoom! Whilst Locarno cat shrieks her lungs off trying to reach Father Zoom, allow me to moan about these stupid water bottles. The whole idea is making water taste like something else by breathing in the smell of that other thing. Besties, I understand the science behind it, but they don't even taste nice. I know like 8 people who have an air up water bottle, and all of them hate them. Sure, you might be the exception, but if the goal is to get people to drink more water and choose healthier options, then why make the water purposefully unappealing? I guess the moral of the story is, stay hydrated, my dudes. Oh, and don't forget to be careful when you're standing on the edge of a cliff. Could you tell that that was fake? Was that too fake? Besties, okay, don't leave, please, don't leave. I promise it gets better. I know it was a bit anticlimactic and I know you could tell it was fake, but it was, come on besties, there's so much more fun to come in this vlog. I mean, look at this, like, look at this.
A block of cheese for 12 franken?
My dudes, you literally cannot miss this. It's so exciting. We went down to the Piazza Grande and there were interviews. There was a fancy snancy red carpet. Of course, I had my little moment. I slayed. We explored the city a little bit. We looked at the festival. And I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love going to supermarkets in foreign countries. And we needed some food in our fridge. So of course, where did we go? We went to the local co-op. It was actually completely different to the co-ops you'd find in the UK, for example. I don't know if the USA has any co-ops. Do let me know. But let me just clarify that the prices in Switzerland are completely obscene. How is that okay for a packet of biscuits to cost 6 franken? That's just not okay. And also, did Mickey Mouse have a rebrand? Because why is he now on a carton of milk? Why is Rapunzel there? Explain. Because can I get hired? I want to be a milk. No, oh my god, I don't want to be a milk carton girl. Isn't that what they put missing children on in the past? Very concerning. Okay, this is just my train of thoughts at this point. So we should probably move on to some actually narrated things on the script, because right now I'm very much off script. Back to your scheduled programming. So we ticked most of our necessities off of our shopping list, including a festival pass for me, but I was not going to have a summer without some ice cream, hence why you're currently being blessed by this iconic clip of me with a fruit spiral lolly. The city of Locarno was absolutely gorgeous, and they already had the iconic Piazza Grande screen set up, which we could actually see from our apartment during the night, and I mean, not to brag, but like, that's pretty cool. Anyways, my dudes, time for our day 2 recap. Instead of exploring new altitudes, we decided to go for a swim in the Lake Maggiore. After some of said swimming, a bit of people watching, and my usual chaotic madness, it was time for me to go and watch my first film, which was being shown at the Grand Rex Cinema, just outside Piazza Grande.
Gonna go watch a film now, besties.
And watch the film I did. Stick around for my review coming up in just a second. The viewing experience of being in the Grand Rex was absolutely lovely. The seats were comfy, it was air conditioned, you could choose where you sat, and it wasn't overcrowded like most commercial cinemas are. But now that the film's over, let me give you my unsolicited opinion on it.
Hi besties, so it's time for my review. I hope you can hear me, it's a bit noisy, I'm sorry about that. I found the film really good. It was very strong, it gave me shivers at points. It was quite funny, the acting was quite good. You could definitely tell that it was a BBC production, partially. Not that that's a bad thing. It was something new, it wouldn't be something that I would usually choose, but it's a bit for an older demographic, I would say. Great review here, up and coming critic.
First of all, I'm so sorry that the lighting in those clips was literally throwing a temper tantrum. I hope it wasn't too painful to watch. We finished day 2 of our Locarno adventure by buying a butt ton of bread and watching the heavens above have an absolute mental breakdown upon the city below from the dryness and safety of our apartment. Thanks to the excruciating heat, the sky's tears were all dried up by the morning though, and we decided to drive across the Swiss border and into Italy. We explored a small market selling thick melons, savoury snacks and an assortment of bags and accessories. The man selling cheese joked with me that he wanted €5 per picture of his stall, but the jokes are on him because I was recording the whole thing, and we even snagged some free cheese samples along the way. No hard feelings though, because my parents can confirm that, although extremely overpriced, the cheese was rather Gouda. Anyways, that whole cheese dilemma aside, we'd gotten quite fed up with Italy as it had started raining, so retreated back to Switzerland to— hang on, this sounds like I'm narrating some sort of civil war. I promise I don't condone violence. We were just hungry besties and the pigeons were calling, so the next logical thing to do was to head back to Switzerland, vibe with some cool birds, and chow down on some of our sandwiches. Does anyone else think the word sandwiches is a bit odd? I can't be asked to Google its origin, but like, who thought that something between two bits of bread should be named after the stuff that gets stuck in your trainers at the beach? I mean, seriously. Sand is the last thing I'm thinking of when I'm eating a cheese sandwich. Also, is a burger a sandwich? Is a hot dog a sandwich? If you've made it this far into the video, first of all, you're a champ. Let me know your stance on the whole is a hot dog a sandwich debate, but none of this is relevant, is it? Day 3 of our Locarno vacation meant my second film of the film festival. This film was called Purest. It had loads of pretty imagery, but was more of a big family archive video than a proper film, if that makes sense. If you've seen it and absolutely love it, don't sue me for saying this, but it wasn't my cup of tea, okay? One thing I did enjoy, however, was the chairs. Sure, they weren't as comfortable as the ones in the Grand Rex, but they were interactive, and somehow that's enough to stimulate my brain. With the company of Alice and Alberta the avocado, I sat through the film and applauded at the end like any other normal person would. The next mission of the day was to acquire some cauliflower for me, which we were able to hunt down at the local trusty co-op. I think I consumed at least 4 cauliflowers across our 2-week vacation, but I'm still alive to tell the tale, so you can't tell me it's unhealthy. Anyways, as previously mentioned, I love going shopping in other countries. So, as well as checking out the overpriced merchandise centre who were selling leopard-themed beach chairs for €69, we obviously spent some time looking at various unnecessary things. But we all know no sunglasses can replace my iconic alien ones. So bearing only my cauliflower, we trekked back up the never-ending hill, passing by a building with an eerily similar name to me.
It doesn't end. Oh my god.
And besties, that marked the end of the first 3 days of our Locarno adventure. I know it was incredibly chaotic and all over the place, but if you enjoyed vibing with me for the last 7 minutes, subscribe! There's a couple more Locarno vlogs to come, and you don't want to miss them. Keep doing what makes you smile, stay classy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys the next time I can be bothered to edit a video. Toodles!